Looking for an easy to use USB microphone that plugs straight into your computer but don't want to spend a ton of money yet still sound decently good? Well, you let me know, as what you're hearing and listening to right now has been recorded on this microphone that I have right here that cost me only $10. Hey there, TZH here with Technological Gadgets, bringing you the best in tech and making it work for you. On this channel, we usually do tech reviews, but sometimes, in this video in particular, we will be reviewing a budget microphone, particularly one that costs $10 from a kind of unknown brand called MIVSN. But before we get into the microphone itself, let's take a look at the unboxing experience, shall we? It comes in this plain white box with the name of the company and some of the features that we will be taking a look at shortly, and a sort of schematic of the microphone so you kind of know how it looks like, with live podcast microphone written on both sides and condenser microphone kit written on the two other sides, along with the model of the microphone written on the back and information on the location of the company. Opening it up, you get a user manual that I think nobody would read, as well as how to set up the microphone, which I will be showing you later on. After that, you get a pretty long mini USB to USB-A cable. Yes, this does use mini USB. I wish it was USB-C or a more standard connector. Even micro USB would have been much better than mini USB, but yeah, most microphones still use mini USB, so there you go. With the actual microphone mount itself that allows you to mount the actual microphone itself to the included 5/8 inch threaded tripod base, or on a microphone arm, and of course the included 5/8 inch tripod base. Last but not least, the actual microphone itself, which does have a very angular look to it, with all of the controls such as the mute switch, gain knob, headphone jack for monitoring, as well as a function switch on the bottom half of the microphone itself, with the capsule being on the top half and the mini USB connector on the bottom. To assemble it, all you need to do is to unscrew this big knob from the mount, slide the microphone in and just screw it back in. Then you need to attach the mount to the tripod base by screwing it in again. After that, plug in the cable connecting your microphone to the computer. After that, plug in the cable to connect this microphone to your system. Last but not least, angle the microphone to where the front is facing you and you can see it straight on, and then tighten it to secure it down. So now let's talk about the sound quality. Having it 9 inches away from my mouth on the included stand itself, in my opinion, it sounds pretty good. Picking quite a bit of bass tones in my voice and clarity as well, though not as much detail and it's expected for a microphone that just costs under $10. Though there is a slight hum, as well as it being pretty sensitive in picking up quite a lot of background noise, which the polar pattern of this microphone doesn't seem to block out a lot of, which is quite sad. To mitigate this, you can put it on a boom arm closer to you and lower the gain, and I've reviewed a boom arm that costs $10 too, so you can check out a review on that, and this would reduce a lot of your background noise. Since it is USB, this means that it will bypass your built-in sound card on your system when you plug it in. And if your system is a more budget sort of system or an older one, this is sort of a good thing, as you do not have to rely on that crappy sound card on your motherboard. And when pressing the function button, once you will switch it from the original mode to denoise mode. What denoise does is basically just a noise gate. To put it simply, when you are speaking into it, it will activate the microphone, and when you are not speaking into it, it will deactivate the microphone, causing background noise to go away when you are not speaking, which is when it is usually most noticeable in recordings. However, as you can hear, it is a really harsh cut, so it doesn't sound as good as I would have liked. A smoother cut is something that I would have much prefer, but it is what it is, and pressing it another time you'll get into the reverb mode, and as you can hear, it just adds a ton of reverb, just washing out my voice with a ton of reverb, and it sounds surprisingly good. And I guess it's kind of useful for singing, though I feel that it might be a bit too much. And let's go back to the original mode, which I think still sounds the best. Not to mention, you have a mute switch to quickly mute the microphone, which I love, instead of clicking the volume knob to mute. And all of those options that I have mentioned will light up correspondingly in blue, so you can see and confirm the mode that you are in, as well as if you are muted or not, which is very useful. In the middle, you have a headphone jack that basically allows you to have zero latency monitoring of what you are speaking in real time, which is great, and also acts as sort of a USB sound card, to where if you select this microphone as an output source, you can plug in a pair of headphones and listen to system audio while hearing yourself at the same time, which is very useful. And as I alluded to earlier, since it plugs in via USB, it is its own sound card, which means that you can use this microphone as a sound card for your headphones, bypassing bad sound cards on your motherboard, on your system. Also, a useful feature of this is, instead of monitoring your audio itself, you can plug this straight into any camera using just a regular 3.5mm audio cable, so you can use this microphone to capture audio, which is super useful. But as a whole, this microphone sounds really good for its price, and packs a surprising amount of features, in my opinion, to allow it to be very versatile, which I think is where this microphone particularly shines the most. But what do you think about this microphone in particular? Let me know down in the comment section below, and if this has helped you in making a purchasing decision, make sure to drop me a like to let me know. And as for how this microphone compares to another one that costs the same as this for just under $10 as well, the SF910 microphone, you will have to stay tuned for a comparison on that, which I would definitely be doing, and pitting both of these microphones up and seeing which one is better. So do subscribe if you want to be notified when this video drop. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and staying tuned to the end, and I hope to see you in the next video.